Shit, garbage. I'm just gonna keep it real, man. Like, might have to get out. I mean, I don't know. I may or may not, but man, I might have to get about this shit because this shit is super lame, bro. Like, boxing's just trash nowadays from the perspective of the people that cover it, the fans, because you know social media plays a huge role in everything nowadays. And it's like, bro, these internet boxing fans are so horrible. Like, it's made boxing damn near unenjoyable. It's like, if you like a true fan and you ain't really caught up in no madness, you just want to enjoy boxing, it's going to be very hard to enjoy this shit because of how bad the so-called fans are. These so-called fans are horrible. Like, the shit trizzy, bro. Like, I'm telling y'all, it's trizzy. Like, I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all, man. This shit is trizzy, man. That's why I'm really considering I might have to step off, man. Like, just stick to my original topics and my original content. Just leave this boxing shit alone. Just be that dude that just watches boxing, but just not covered anymore. I mean, I don't know if I want to do that, but I'm thinking about it because shit is just trash, bro. Like, shit is just garbage, bro. Like, I'm sitting here because, you know, I get recommendations every day when I go on my YouTube and all that. And I'm seeing all these bullshit ass panels and all these bullshit ass topics everybody be talking about. And this shit is just garbage, bro. And it's like, how the fuck do you enjoy shit like this? This shit ain't like, basically what's going on. It's like, these motherfuckers out here, they say they boxing fans, but yet they're into drama queen type shit more than actual boxing. And that shit is garbage, bro. Like, that shit ain't real. Like, what type of shit is that? Like, you niggas is drama queens. You niggas ain't boxing fans. Like, I don't get it, bro. Like, you niggas is talking about what people said. Like, motherfuckers be going back and forth on Twitter. Like, nigga, don't give a fuck what that nigga wrote on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers rather talk about that instead of talking about the actual fights. Shit is just garbage, bro. That's why I don't. Hey, what up with it? That's why I just don't dig it. Like, it just ain't. Like I said, people that are fans, they just kind of ruin it. They ruin like, just wanting to be a fan of boxing. They just ruin it, bro. Because it's like, every day, it's like just bullshit after bullshit. You know, everybody wants to be a drama queen. Nobody wants to be a boxing fan. Everybody's lying, making up narratives, acting like just because they said it, the shit's true. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? That shit's not even true. You know what I'm saying? Give a fuck what Devin Haney said on Twitter. Give a fuck what Tank said on Twitter. And then it's like, why you niggas ain't talking about Emiliano Vargas? Why y'all ain't talking about Bruce Carrington, Abdullah Mason? You know what I'm saying? They got fights lined up. They're going to be in action very soon. Y'all ain't talking about that shit. Y'all want to keep talking about Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis. Them motherfuckers ain't even got fights lined up. What is it talk about? Every fucking day. Oh, Devin Haney said this on Twitter. Shakur Stevenson said this on Twitter. Ryan Garcia. These niggas don't even got fights lined up. There's nothing to talk about. And every day, that's all y'all want to talk about. I can understand talking about Canelo. He got a fight lined up. Okay, I can see that. That makes sense. You know, we got this big fight this weekend. Y'all rather, like, these motherfuckers up here, I'm sitting here looking at this shit, and it's like, maybe I need to find something better to do, because this shit is just ridiculous, bro. Like, this, like I said, bro, people that cover boxing in social media world, because a lot of it comes from that, they make boxing not fun. Like, this shit is not fun, bro. That's why I might have to leave this shit alone and just stick to my original content and just get into that and just leave this boxing shit alone, because it's like, I don't want to be associated with all this lame shit. Like, why are we talking about two men going back and forth on Twitter? How is that a conversation? These guys are literally doing panels where they're talking about men going back and forth with each other on social media, on Twitter, social media. That shouldn't be a conversation, bro. I have no idea why a man would want to talk about that. Are you serious, bro? You just asked me what did I think about what Devin Haney posted on Twitter? That's what you just asked me? Like, I don't get it, bro. This shit is lame, bro. Yeah, Canelo fans, His fans is trash. I agree with that. But the thing about Canelo is at least he has fights lined up so where it's like you can keep talking about him. I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, his fans be on bullshit. That's unfortunate, but at least it's like, okay, Canelo's active, he got fights. These guys are talking about Devin Haney every day. Devin Haney doesn't even have a fight lined up. Shakur Stevenson ain't fought since January. There's no news of, oh, Shakur Stevenson's next opponent. He's fighting on September 12th. There's none of that. So why are y'all talking about this nigga? There's nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand, bro. Like I said, Emiliano Vargas, Bruce Carrington, Tiger Johnson, Abdullah Mason, Joe Cordina got fights lined up. That's happening very soon. Why these motherfuckers ain't talking about them? All those guys are named are good fighters. Take Emiliano Vargas for an example. Emiliano Vargas is a damn good fighter. Why they ain't talking about him? It's a damn good fighter. But they talking about Devin Haney tweeting somebody. Like what? Tank Davis and shit. These niggas ain't even fighting right now. Tank might not even fight again. We don't even know that shit. You know, I can't say. He might surprise us. I don't know, but it's like I don't understand, bro. It's like I picked the wrong time to go for a walk. But no, like these guys have no fights lined up, and it's like every single day, it's like the same old bullshit, bro. And it's like this shit is trash, bro. Like I said, man, the internet, man, social media, it fucked up dating. Dating is fucked up because of social media, and boxing is fucked up because of social media. Shit is trash, bro. Shit is trizzy, for real. Like, these niggas ain't talking about nothing on these boxing panels. Everybody's lying. You know, everybody's being biased. Everybody's mad because the fighter they like lost, so now they gotta lie on the guy that beat them. All this whole ass shit. And these are people that want to be took seriously. Listening to that bullshit. You got motherfuckers doing panel after panel, live after live, slandering, smear campaigning fighters because they're mad because they beat their favorite fighter. All lies, nothing real about what they're saying. And that shit's all over the internet. And these are boxing fans. These motherfuckers are drama queens. These ain't no boxing fans. Made up narratives. All cap. Motherfuckers lying on Terrence Crawford saying he ducked Virgil Ortiz. Nigga, there's documented evidence out there where the WBO president confirmed Ortiz turned the fight down twice. Motherfuckers know that, but still lie and say Crawford ducked him. Like, that's an example. Just made up shit. All cap. Just making up shit. Shit is garbage, bro. You know what I'm saying? And these people are loud. You hear them every time you go on there. Because when I go on YouTube, I get recommendations with all these boxing content. I take a look, and it's all bullshit. A few of these niggas is alright. I ain't gonna say their names, but it's all bullshit. All that shit. Boxing ego, trash. IBFP, definitely trash. All that shit garbage. Nigga, if he ruined boxing for you, I'm gonna say he ruined boxing for me. All that shit is garbage, bro. These niggas is drama queens. These ain't real boxing fans. All these dudes do is lie, talk about shit that really shouldn't matter, troll. That's it. But real boxing talk, breaking down this shit for real, none of that shit. It's all bullshit. Shit is garbage. How the fuck are we talking about what two niggas said to each other on Twitter? How is that a conversation? Nigga, I've been paying attention. The last 2 days, that's all that's been going on, is what niggas has been saying to each other on Twitter. Not about actual fighting, not about the fighters that actually got fights lined up that's getting ready to fight this weekend, and then there's going to be a fight the next weekend on the 4th. They're not talking about that. Like I said, there's some really good fighters fighting on these cards. They're not talking about that. No, that shit gets little to no mention. But they're talking about Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson tweeting each other. They're talking about that. They're doing lives where the whole live show, that's all they're talking about. You did. Now today they're talking about Tank is on there because I guess he's on there going back and forth. They said he said something with Devin. They're talking about that, but they're not really talking about the big fights this weekend and then the weekend after that. They're not talking about how Moses Atama just got announced he's going to be taking the tough fight against Philip Hergovich. They're not even talking about that. And these are so-called boxing fans. It's all drama queen shit. They're not talking about no fighting. Sucker shit. I just don't want to, like, I'm an underground guy. I'm not a mainstream guy. I don't really like mainstream like that. But I talk about it, so I guess I can say I'm a part of it. But I ain't feeling that shit. Because that shit, that's not real boxing. That's not real. You know, that shit is lame. You said people are mad Crawford took a pic with Trump on Twitter. This is what boxing is now. It's gossip. I don't care. Exactly. People are talking about shit that don't even matter. Nobody really should care about. Nobody really gives a fuck about. They're just doing it so they can talk shit. You really, like, I'm pretty sure the people that were talking shit about Crawford taking that picture with Trump, I'm pretty sure they don't give a fuck that he actually did that. That's just something they can use to talk shit. Like drama queen type shit. Who really gives a fuck about that shit? Like, who really gives a fuck about that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what people want to talk about. That shit is lame, bro. Like, and then Crawford's a retired fighter. It's been almost a year now. You know, and they're still talking about him like he's an active fighter, like he's still boxing and shit. But you got other fighters that are currently fighting, little to no mention of them dudes. Like, we're going to talk about the same shit over and over again. The same 3-4 fighters over and over again. Y'all have heard me say this before. These motherfuckers swear up and down, Devin Haney is this, all this negative shit. They disrespect the man. But yet, they're always talking about this nigga. This nigga, once again, he has no fight lined up. There is no mention of Haney fighting nobody. He's not fighting Ryan Garcia in the rematch. It's very unlikely this Shakur fight happens. I don't believe the Keyshawn Davis fight is going to happen. He didn't even do the Lewis Crocker fight. He didn't even do the Rolly Romero fight. You dig? So there's no fights lined up where he's going to get in the ring and fight right now. But yet he's being talked about every day like he got to fight this weekend. Like, what the hell, bro? Like, what is there to say? Likewise with Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson ain't got no fight lined up. He ain't talking about shit. You know, he fought in January, nigga. It's June. He ain't, I got to fight in September. I'm fighting this guy. None of that shit. But yet they're being talked about every day. Nonsense, shit that don't matter. Just cap. Shit is just mad lame, bro. And it's like, the fuck is y'all talking about? This ain't boxing. This is boxing. I know boxing, and this don't look like boxing to me. You and Onslaught the only ones that talk boxing. That's facts. That's why I singled Onslaught out, because when I was on the panel, he was the only one that was talking about boxing and was talking really about boxing. Everybody else is a troll on some bias shit, or they're just on some straight up bullshit. He was the only one that was talking about boxing, that understood boxing. Everybody else is a troll. Calling you names when you hit them with facts. The fuck you calling me a name for? The fuck? Motherfuckers on there lying and shit. All that bullshit. He was the only one that wasn't doing that shit. Just talking about boxing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't get it, bro. This shit, like I said, this shit's trash, man. I'm gonna do a couple of more fights. I might have to get out of this shit. Just go back to my original content. Just leave this boxing shit alone. Y'all can have this shit. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing but be on some drama queen shit anyways. I'm not no fucking drama queen. So I'm not finna be on here talking about shit outside the ring that don't got nothing to do with niggas fighting. I'm not talking about that bullshit. That shit, that's not boxing to me. You know? These niggas don't never break down fights. They never talk about a fighter's attribute. It's all about gossip type shit. That's not boxing to me, bro. You know what I mean? That's not boxing. Exactly. That Twitter shit is garbage, nigga. I'm not interested in talking about what a nigga said on Twitter. A nigga could diss me on Twitter. I wouldn't give a fuck about that. Nigga, I don't care about no Twitter. Fuck that Twitter shit. Ain't responding to no damn Twitter. Like, Twitter. Man, if you don't get out my motherfucking face with that shit. Shit lame as fuck. Definitely on their hair salon type shit. That is not boxing, bro. These niggas is doing whole live panels talking about this shit for like 2-3 hours and shit. Every day and shit. Like, are you niggas okay in the head? I want to talk about boxing, bro. Who's fighting this weekend? Or who got fights lined up? Let's talk about that shit. I don't give a fuck if it's an American fighter, foreign fighter. I don't give a fuck. If it's a fight, let's talk about that shit. These niggas are disinterested in that. No interest in talking about that shit. But they'll talk about what Devin Haney wrote on Twitter. They'll talk about Shakur Stevens' personal life. They're talking about Ryan Garcia being a social media star. Ain't talking shit about his boxing, but he's a social media star. Talk about that. Like, what does that have to do with this nigga getting in the ring? Then when I ask you, hey, besides that left hook, what does Ryan Garcia do good as a boxer? You can't even answer my question. But you're a boxing fan. But you can talk about his social media following all goddamn day. Like, I want to hear that shit. Shit is mad lame, bro. I don't know if I want to do it, man. I'm gonna do a video talking about the Boots and Xander fight. I'm gonna do that later this week because I already told y'all I'm looking forward to that fight. That's gonna be a great fight. That whole fight card, in my opinion, got some talented fighters fighting on that card, so I'm gonna be looking forward to that. So I'm gonna definitely talk about that. And then I like the July 4th fight too. The Bruce Carrington, Abdullah Mason defending his belt. Some good fights, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get into that. But I just want to get on here and air this shit out because I ain't feeling you YTBC niggas, man. You niggas ain't talking about boxing, man. You niggas just trolls and y'all on that hoe ass drama queen shit. And I just ain't feeling you niggas, man. Like y'all ain't talking about shit, man. Y'all be going over how y'all go at how y'all feel over what's factual. Somebody can say something that's true. There could be documents, evidence of it. But since you don't like it or it's something that makes your favorite fighter look different, you would rather lie and troll instead of just keeping it real. So y'all not even real. Yeah, the Xander fight, Boots and Xander fighting this weekend, yeah. Yeah, Boots and Xander fight this weekend. Exactly, the Foster and Raymond Ford fight, that was a great fight. You barely heard about that. You know, they talked about Shakur getting in the ring and arguing with him, arguing with Foster. You heard about that more than you heard about the actual fight. That was a great fight. You know what I'm saying? So you heard very little of that. Maybe a few channels talked about that shit. But the main people that are always on YouTube, that you always get video recommendations, they all talking about bullshit instead of talking about real boxing. And they was barely talking about that shit. And that was a great fight. Raymond Ford versus O'Shaquie Foster. That's a fact. For real. Because I call them drama queens. I don't call them real fans because real fans don't act like that. Real fans don't sit up here and make up narratives because their favorite fighter might be guilty of it and then lie and go against something that's factual because you're mad. Real fans don't do that. So I don't really call them real fans. I feel like boxing has been infiltrated by people that want to be drama queens, lame dudes that want to hate. And it's like, shit trizzy, bro. Like, I give you an example. I told y'all, haters and sex workers took over the world. That's who runs the world. Bitches that want to do sex work and niggas that want to hate. Here's an example of haters. In boxing, people are such big fucking haters. They would rather give credit to a motherfucker who will lose a fight and say stupid shit like he wasn't scared to risk his zero They would rather do that instead of giving credit to a fighter who was good enough to be undefeated, beating good fighters. They would rather do that. I'm going to hate on the guy that was good enough to go in here and beat these guys and stay undefeated while doing it. I'm going to find a way to discredit him and talk shit about him and smear him. But the guy that lost, right? Normally you don't give credit to the loser. You can respect the loser for fighting, but you don't give him credit. He lost, right? These motherfuckers would rather give a loser credit and say bullshit like, oh, well, he wasn't scared to risk his zero, right? Sounds fucking dumb, right? They would rather do that. But then a fighter that's undefeated, beating other champions, you want to find a way to discredit him. That's how big of a hater these motherfuckers are in the boxing community. They rather hate like that. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers won't even give Terrence Crawford credit for beating 12 champions, but they'll give Canelo credit for losing to Terrence Crawford. How the fuck does a loser get credit? Somebody got to help me with that. How does a loser get credit? I could have swore when you lose, you get no credit for losing. You lost, nigga. Even if you're a great fighter, you lost. These motherfuckers are such haters. They hate on the winner, but give credit to the loser. Like, that's how this shit work, bro. Shit is trash, bro. Shit is trash. And that's how this shit go. This shit is garbage, bro. That's like, these are not real boxing fans, bro. Just lames that just know what boxing is. Shit is trash. Don't know shit about boxing. Shit is trash. That's exactly how that shit go. You want to hate on winners and shit and find ways to talk down on them. But for whatever strange reason, you in love with a motherfucker that lost. But you can't even give credit to a nigga's greatness that was able to not lose. You shit on them. But a motherfucker that loses a fight, you giving them credit. Like, I don't understand. And that's what these motherfuckers do. Like, it's trash, bro. Like, these are not real boxing fans, bro. They're fake. These are haters in disguise. It's not real boxing fans. And this is what's going down, man. Like I said, a lot of this shit go on social media, so you hear a lot of it. It's all cap. It's just a bunch of hating niggas. Niggas that don't really understand how boxing works. And that's what it is. That's what it is. Shit is garbage, bro. Like, I got my favorite fighters. I got fighters that I'm a fan of, but I'm not going to sit up here and lie. I tell y'all this all the fucking time. Y'all probably tired of hearing me say this shit, but I'm going to say this shit again. When Devin Haney got his ass whooped by Ryan, I'm a Devin Haney fan. I like Devin Haney more than I like Ryan, right? Nobody's ever heard me get up here and lie and just make up narratives because one of my favorite fighters got dropped in a fight. No, I keep that shit real. He lost that fight. I mean, it got overruled. Y'all saw what happened. But when they were fighting it, he got dropped. No credit to Devin Haney for that. He lost that fight. Nigga. But these other motherfuckers on here, they can't do that shit. Their fighter lose, they're lying, they're making a narrative, they're salty. Then they go on smear campaigns against the guy that beat them. Fake boxing fans, not real. No nigga that knows about my content can say I did that. So I'm not fake like y'all. I don't be doing shit like that. Keep it a hundo. If Crawford would have lost to Canelo, I would have saluted Canelo. Okay, he won. I ain't finna go on no smear campaign against Canelo, lying on Canelo, like how these bitch ass niggas did Crawford, lying on Crawford, going on a smear campaign, all that hoe ass shit. No, you don't do that. That's fake shit. We don't do fake shit. It's just like women. I like a natural bitch. I don't like a BBL bitch. I don't do fake shit. Not into that. I turn a BBL bitch down. I like a natural bitch. These niggas be up here just lying and shit, all this whole ass shit. Mad and shit. How the fuck you mad at another man lost a fight? Like, the fuck? Shit is garbage, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he definitely whooped him. Niggas want a 38-year-old man to fight till he's 44 years old. Then they want to lie and say it's because they're a fan and want to see him. They're not even, and then the people that say they want to keep seeing Crawford fight, they don't even have the heart to just be honest and say, hey, I just want to see him lose. I don't really want to see him keep fighting. He beat my favorite fighter, so I can, you know what? I can respect that. If a hating motherfucker could come out and say that, I can respect that because they're honest. I could respect it if they were to just be honest and say, hey, I'm not a Crawford fan. I just want to see him lose because he beat my favorite fighter. That's why I was mad that he retired. Instead of lying and saying, oh, I want to see him keep fighting because I'm a fan, knowing damn well you don't like the guy. I could respect that if a hater came out and said, I can respect that. Okay, at least you're honest. You want to see him lose, that's why you want to see him keep fighting. Okay, I can respect that. I could respect that if somebody were to say that. Okay, that's fair. You know, some bullshit, but at least you were honest, so I'll give it a fair. But yeah, man, it's like I said, man, I'm thinking about it. I ain't decided yet, but I might fuck around and just leave this boxing shit alone. Just stop doing content talking about boxing. Let these other motherfuckers talk about that shit. All they gonna do is lie to y'all. Y'all can go listen to them. Just stick to my original content, what my channel is really known for, and just get down like that. And they can just keep this bullshit going, this boxing shit, because I ain't trying to be associated with motherfuckers that want to come on here and lie, don't know what they're talking about, make up shit, you know, misinformed, anti-black boxer vibes, you know. Y'all heard me battle against that. So I've been fighting against that for like a year now. Motherfuckers want to come on here and just be on some anti-black shit because you're jealous of black fighters, you know. So that's getting annoying now. So it is what it is. Because these motherfuckers on here be talking straight bullshit when it come to boxing. Straight bullshit. How do they have all those viewers? It is what it is. It is what it is. But that's some bullshit. That shit is garbage. All that shit is garbage. All that shit is garbage. So yeah, I'm gonna think about it. You know, but I'm definitely gonna talk about the fights this weekend though. Xander versus Boots. I'm gonna do a separate video on that. So I'm gonna do that part. But yeah, in the future though, I don't know, but it's possible I might just cut the boxing shit out. Cause y'all annoying, you motherfuckers on here with this shit, with the stupid shit y'all saying, y'all annoying the fuck out of me to the point where I don't even want to talk about this shit no more. Getting sick of you motherfuckers. Yeah, I think, to speak on that real quick, I think when it comes to the Boots and Xander, now I always want to leave that objectivity out there, you know. It's a fight, anything can happen, right? But what should happen, what's likely to happen, unless an upset comes up, Boots should win. And yeah, I'm looking at, I got the same, I'm thinking late stoppage or definitely decision Boots. You dig? That's what should happen because you guys in the chat, obviously you guys have seen Boots and Xander fight. I'm pretty sure you guys can see that Boots is better, right? So the better fighter should win. But like I said, it's boxing. One punch can change everything. Strange things have happened. I don't see that happening. I think Boots will win, but I'm just leaving it out there because I understand how boxing works. But yeah, I feel the same. I think Boots might stop him late, or he might just get that decision. So that's pretty much how I'm looking at it. I got the same lens on that too. Don't forget Virgil ducked the boot smoke, hiding behind money in the Turkey era nonsense. Yeah, that's true, exactly. And all the people keeping it real, all the Mexican fans, they're well aware of that. Or not Mexican fans, just people that like Virgil and period. Period. They all know that, but they're going to lie and say it's something else because they like Virgil and they want to make up a narrative. See, shit like that. If you real, just admit, like, yeah, it don't seem like you want to fight him. It is what it is. It is what it is. And I don't even think Virgil's a bad fighter. I don't even think he's really scared. I think he just probably at the time, I'm going to say this. He just probably at the time didn't want to fight Boots. I'm just going to say that. But it's obvious he wasn't really set on fighting Boots. Like, the behavior don't match what he said, so it's obvious. But people that like Virgil want to lie and they're going to say it's something else. So whatever with that. That's what happened to David Morrell till he got caught by that dude. Yeah, the thing about that is he was actually winning that fight. All he had to do was just basically hit and move, just keep hitting and moving, he would have won. Because he was winning that fight. So that was unfortunate. So yeah, David Morrell, he kind of he let one of my cities down with that. Because David Morrell got a connection to Minneapolis. He let the city down with that shit. But it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna cover the Boostons. I'm gonna do a video talking about the Boostons and their fight later this week. But yeah, man, these boxing conversations in the YTBC is lame. Ain't nobody talking about shit. So it's kind of that's why I don't go on panels anymore, because everybody's on here capping. Ain't nobody talking about no boxing for real. So shit garbage. Damn, man, I was very shocked. Yeah, I was too. When Morrell got stopped like that, that was a surprise too. So yeah, that's too bad. Morrell got to regroup. Anyone talking about I need more money when they never been on pay-per-view or ever been a main eventer is a duck. That's facts. I can't even disagree. When you put it that way, that's facts. That is true. Because I don't remember Virgil being a big pay-per-view star or being a big money fighter, and all of a sudden he's asking for that. That's true. It's a way to get out of the fight. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a fact. I can't even, there's no discrepancy I can find in that. That's a fact. But the thing is, though, people that like Virgil are going to lie and say that's not true. See, that's the problem. See, me and you keeping it real. But people that like Virgil, they're going to lie and say that's not true and argue instead of just keeping it real. That's the problem. You dig? Nobody's keeping it real. That's what fucks these boxing conversations up. People that like Virgil Ortiz, they know that's true, but they're going to lie and say that's not true because they like Virgil. So they're going to be like, oh, no, that's not true. Boost did this, Boost did that. You know what I mean? All this bullshit. Because what you just said is facts. 1000% facts. And that's why, well, that's one of the reasons why boxing shit is trash. Everybody's a liar and nobody keeps it real. You can be a fan of a fighter, but if there's some bullshit, you're not going to die if you call that shit out. And everybody acts like they are. If one of my favorite fighters did some shit like that, I would say that shit. I'm not feeling that. So yeah, that's a fact. So yeah, I agree. Virgil's a solid fighter, but yeah, that behavior was duck shit. So there we have it. So yeah. See what I'm saying? That troll shit. You saying, why am I scared of IBFP? I'm going to say this. I'm not even going to get mad because I know that's some bullshit. I got a year's worth of lives where I'm going back and forth with IBFP, arguing with him. And you can view that. That's all on this, if he didn't delete them, because you know his bitch ass been deleting shit. So there's proof that I'm not scared of him, but you still say that to me. So it is what it is. But like I said, you're a troll. That's what you guys do best. You guys love the troll. You're not going to talk no factual shit. You're just going to troll. And I understand that. And y'all ain't catching me off guard with that shit. So I'm not even going to trip off that. That's some bullshit, but whatever. So it is what it is. You know, there's always somebody over there saying some stupid shit. Did a whole year going back and forth with that dude. And you say that, and you come out here and say that bullshit. Yeah, he's definitely a clown. How much money you... Shit, he probably lost everything. IBFP's a clown. He's lame as fuck. Glad I unsubbed after the Tank versus Frank Martin fight. Super lame. One of the worst niggas in the YTBC. I have no idea why people listen to that bullshit. Watch this bitch ass nigga go live tomorrow and it's the same old bullshit. Another Crawford smear campaign. More Devin Haney slander. Same old bullshit. Hating on David Benavidez again. Watch it be the same old shit if he even go live this week. And watch goofies like And1 Ballers be over there listening to that bullshit. Enjoying that bullshit. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like that. See, that's another thing that's another problem with the internet YouTube boxing fans, bro. How the fuck are guys on YouTube talking about holding a professional boxer accountable? How does that make sense? If somebody can explain that to me in good detail, I guess I can maybe understand it better. But how the fuck are a bunch of lame people on the internet that don't do shit but hate like IBFP and his people do? How are they going to hold a professional boxer accountable? Can somebody explain that? Just one person, anybody. How is that possible, bro? And then again, it proves my point. Why are you talking about something that has nothing to do with him boxing? Y'all just niggas on the internet. You IBFP niggas, And1 Ballers, y'all just niggas on the internet. Who the fuck are y'all? Y'all just niggas on the internet. You niggas would be voiceless if it wasn't for this shit. Who the fuck are y'all? And you're talking about holding Crawford accountable. Accountable for what? Nigga, are you his baby mom? Are you his fucking business partners? No. Y'all just a bunch of lames on the internet that don't do shit but hate on people. That's all y'all do. I've been on the panel. I know how y'all get down. Y'all haters and trolls. How the fuck are y'all gonna hold somebody accountable? Can you explain how that makes sense? I demand explanation on that bullshit statement you made. How are a bunch of people on the internet that don't want to do shit but hate, right? How the fuck are y'all holding a professional boxer accountable? One, and then number two, why are you talking about shit that don't really got nothing to do with this nigga putting on gloves and fighting? You are a boxing fan, right? That's what you say? So your main objective should be to talk about boxing. You're talking about some shit, the business, he's a bad businessman or some bullshit. Literally got nothing to do with you. I want you to explain that to me. You're listening, type right now, explain how that makes sense, what you just said. I want to hear this shit. Because that shit is stupid as fuck, bro. This nigga said, why do you get mad whenever they hold Bud accountable for how bad of a businessman he is? That's what he said. I really want to see if he's going to respond to that, what I just said. Like, that shit makes no sense, bro. It sound like you can't really criticize him for what he did in boxing, which is the most important thing. So you're coming up with different angles to talk shit about him. That's what it sounds like. Because you can't really criticize him as a boxer. You can't say he's not a good fighter because that's not true. You can't say he's not accomplished because that's not true. You can't say he ain't beat nobody. That's not true. So it's like, you can't really criticize him as a boxer, right? So you come up with this bullshit about he's a bad businessman. So you're saying dumb shit like that. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to figure out how a bunch of dudes on the internet can say that and it's valid. That's what I want to know. Most of you niggas over there, y'all scared to cam up because y'all know people gonna laugh at how diabolical y'all look. Pause. So y'all scared to get on camera. But y'all be talking all that bullshit. Yeah, I thought the Lara and Canelo fight was controversial. Yeah, I agree. I thought the first two Golovkin fights, I kind of favor. I do favor Golovkin won those fights. I agree with that. I thought he won the first fight. I thought the second fight was a little bit closer, but I thought he won that. So I thought those were controversial fights. That's a fact. Exactly. They got all these bullshit excuses for why he ducked Benavidez. What the fuck? Like, nigga. Why can't you just say, hey, he didn't want to fight Benavidez for this reason. He thought he couldn't beat him. It is what it is. These niggas lying and shit, blaming Benavidez and shit, knowing damn well if Canelo wanted to fight him, they would have fought. Everybody knows that shit. He said, is he not in the boxing business? Did he not fight once every year or two? He never fought any young, undefeated prime fighters at their best. Am I right or wrong? That's how he moved in boxing. That's what he said, y'all. So let me get this straight. Now, he fought once a year, right? Okay. A fighter's schedule wouldn't really bother you if he's successful in doing it. He's fighting once a year and he's winning. And then what you fail to realize is when he started fighting once a year, that was late in his career. That was when he started to age and get older and was like getting close to retirement when he started doing that. When he was young and in his prime, When he was fighting guys around that, he was fighting way more frequently than that. That was at when he got older. You dig? And he was still fighting guys. And when he did fight, he was successful in doing it. You got to understand something. 90% of Crawford's career, he's been a champion or fighting other champions. He beat over 12 world champions. You feel what I'm saying? When you say that he didn't fight no undefeated prime fighter, you're saying that because you wanted to see him lose. Because when I remember I was on the panel one time. I said that name a elite fighter that's like somebody you can put in the Hall of Fame that Canelo beat. What did y'all do? Y'all started arguing with me because y'all know he never did. You see what I'm saying? He lost all his step-up fights. Crawford never lost a step-up fight. You see what I'm saying? Crawford literally fought a bunch of solid fighters, ranked opponents, big name fighters. Then as an aging fighter on the way out the door, he fights 3 champions in a row and two were pound for pound. That he was older than. He's older than Spence. He's older than Canelo. And then Crawford, in a lot of his fights, he was fighting guys that he was older than. And he was beating them. And some of them were undefeated. So, are you sure about that? You're talking like Crawford was taking like 2-3 years off and not fighting or something. No, nigga. That was like late at the end of his career when he was fighting once a year. And that's not even nothing to criticize. Because while he was doing that, he was still fighting quality opponents. So what are you talking about? That's not a good argument, though. That's not a good argument. Again, this is just bullshit y'all come up with to find a way to criticize him. That's not a good argument, bro. You're complaining about a aging fighter that fights once a year. And like I said, if you're an older guy and you're fighting guys that are younger than you, you're basically fighting guys at their best. So what are you talking about? So really Canelo should have 6 losses. Yeah, he should. Golovkin versus Canelo 2 was a Golovkin win. I scored the fight with you on live. Okay, that's something I would consider. I can definitely do that. Definitely do something like that. And Canelo ducked Jermell Charlo and Andrade at 160. Let's not forget. That's a fact. That's facts. Could have fought them and didn't fight them. Crawford has no trilogies or rematches. He will be the first Hall of Famer to hold that accomplishment. That's a fact. And all his fights were not really that close. Like when you watch all Crawford fights, all his fights were kind of like it was obvious he won. You dig? Remember, he had a fucking knockout streak for damn near 10 years where he was just knocking and stopping everybody. It's just facts, bro. What did Hit Kid expose me about? I know that's not true, but let me hear. Let me. What did he expose me about? Explain that. You want to know what's weird about these dudes that rock with IBFP? They literally say word by word the same thing IBFP would say. It's literally the same thing. I'm starting to think this is IBFP under the name and One Ballers. They're literally these guys that come over when I go live and when I am talking about boxing, these guys that are like that support him, that come over here and want to troll and talk shit, they literally say the same thing he would say. It's literally like IBFP is over here himself talking. That's what it's like. Like these guys literally, it's like the same thing. Like I'm thinking, okay, these guys will speak their own, they're gonna speak their own little piece, they got their own little mind. They're literally saying the same thing he would say. I know this because I've been on panels with him before, and I know them bullshit talking points he be coming up with. And all these guys that follow him, they literally say the same thing, the same talking points. That's why I say this guy, this possibly might be IBFP himself. Because it's literally the same thing IBFP would say. And that other dude does the same thing. That dude Enod, it's the same thing. He comes over here with that stupid shit, and it's like he's saying literally the same stuff IBFP would say. You dig? These guys don't even have their own thoughts. They don't even have their own talking points. It's just all regurgitate the same bullshit IBFP says. That's what they're doing. So I'm starting to believe, yeah, IBFP or that faggot Clavo, one of them two. I'm starting to think it's one of them two because it's like they're literally. Like I said, I've been on the panel with them dudes. I know how them dudes talk. They're literally, it's the same bullshit they would say. And now somebody else is saying it under a different name. You dig? You say Hit Kid exposed me, but there's no evidence of that. But you say it anyways. Then that shit you said about Terrence Crawford, all bullshit, and it sounds like some bullshit y'all leader would say. Yeah, I'm starting to think some bullshit going on over here, man. Yeah, you're right. I might have to block them dudes, man. So I'm starting to suspect that's the truth because it's literally the same stupid talking points they would have that they're saying. Yeah, Rose Maverick, you might be right. I might have to do some blocking because that's some bullshit right there. Yeah, you might be onto something. Yeah, you might be right, Rose Mav. I might have to do that because this literally the same stupid shit they be saying. Now they're saying could be some foolery going on over here. Because that shit is hella weird. How are you saying exactly verbatim the same shit he would say when you were supposed to be a different person? And, you know, like I said, I asked the question. He couldn't answer my question because, you know, like I said earlier, these dudes is caps. They all just be lying. And it's all bullshit. Yeah, I'll make you a mod. Yeah, that's cool. You can do that. But like I said earlier, top of the video, I asked them dudes, came out here with that bullshit. All he did was say some bullshit, got proven wrong, and now you ain't got your cult leader to back you up with his bullshit, so you ain't got nothing to stand on. So yeah, I'm about to sign off. I ain't expect to be on here this long, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, man, it's, you know, clowns in the boxing community ruin this shit. That's a fact. None of them dudes can. That whole panel over there, just a bunch of lame dudes, Can't think for themselves. They let dude say whatever. Everything he say is true. I really believe, and I probably shouldn't say this, but I really think this. I really believe if IBFP told them niggas to cam up and eat shit live on cam, I really believe they would do that shit. All them dudes that be on that panel, I really think they would do it. Cause I don't know what type of hold he got on them dudes, but them dudes turn straight bitch when they be on the panel with him. All them dudes. All of them. You know? All of them. And I really think that. If IBFP asked Still Mills, could he use his mouth to piss in? I really believe Still Mills would do it. I really believe Clavo would do it. Edgar, all them dudes. I really think that. I really believe that shit. Straight up, I really believe that shit. Fucking weirdos. So yeah, man, YTBC is trash. There's a few content creators out there that talk about boxing. They solid, but for the most part, shit is trizzy. Just a bunch of lames and haters. And y'all know how that go. And yeah. It's definitely Clavo. He's an unemployed IBFP panel hibernator. That's a good one right there. I like that. Might have to use that. Clavo, your bitch ass an unemployed panel member hibernating over there, nigga. Get you a motherfucking job, nigga. Bitch ass nigga. With your retarded sounding laugh. Sound like you choking on something when you laugh. Bitch. You niggas are suckers. All right, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. I appreciate y'all coming on here. You know, we're going on an hour. I'm gonna step off, but shout out to y'all in the chat. Much respect. I'm gonna do another live later this week, touching on the Boots and Xander fight. We'll keep it moving. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. Much respect. Holla at y'all later.